What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why I love CreativeFabrica. So, welcome back to Stacking Profit. My name's Paddy and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, like I said in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why I love CreativeFabrica. Now, before we actually get into the video, there is one thing that I want to note really quick about CreativeFabrica. If you didn't know, they actually have a freebie section. So when you're on the home page, if you come directly to here, we can see right here in the right hand corner, freebies, and you can get free fonts, free SVGs, free graphics, embroidery and classes. Now let's just open this up in a new tab so we can go ahead and take a quick look before we actually get into the video, because this is just a great resource to get some free graphics, some free fonts and stuff for your book. Now, what I'll do is link this free resource on their website down in the description below so you can come through and take a look. Again, they have some really great free fonts, free graphics, SVGs and all of that good stuff. And again, it's completely free. So go through, take a look and see what you can find. So, let's get straight into the video and talk about the 5 reasons why I love CreativeFabrica. Now, the first reason being I can get all of my fonts directly from here on CreativeFabrica. Now, when it comes to designing covers, your fonts and your graphics play a big part in how your designs look. If you start paying for your fonts, you're going to be above everyone else, because most people who try KDP want to do everything for free. Now, if we take a look at these fonts, we can see there's over 75,000 results. So there's 75,000 plus different fonts that you can actually use on your books or to create your books around. Now, one of the tools that I have is Canva Pro. Canva Pro and here CreativeFabrica, because with these two tools, these are all, or websites, these are all that I essentially need to create my books. See, when you have Canva Pro, let me just give it 2 seconds, there we go. When you have Canva Pro, I believe it's less than $15 a month. But when you have Canva Pro, you have the option to upload your fonts. And then because you can upload your fonts, you can create your books around it. So here we are on Canva. This is in the brand kit, just here on the left-hand side. If you have the Canva Pro, again, you can upload all of your fonts. So right here, these are all the fonts that I've uploaded and purchased from CreativeFabrica, and we can see I have quite a lot. Now, I believe that the limit is 300 fonts that you can actually upload into Canva, but again, this is what creates better designs, better tools for your business. Look, I'm still scrolling through, you can see all of these fonts that I've purchased from here on CreativeFabrica. And again, just by having Canva Pro and CreativeFabrica, I can create some really nice books. If we scroll back to here, again, we can see 75,000 results for fonts. Do you think that if you went through this font section, having a look at all the fonts, that you could find some really nice, unique fonts that haven't really been used before? Hell yeah, you could. There's 75,000 results. And this is just one of the reasons why I love CreativeFabrica. Now, if we look here, we're on the fonts section. If you want to get here, you can also get there by going to fonts right here in the left-hand corner. But once you're here, you can look at these fonts a few different ways. We can look at popularity, which is already pulled up like so. These are the most popular fonts on the platform. What I like to do is filter and go to sort by latest. Now, if we sort by latest, it's going to pull up all the different fonts that have been recently published on CreativeFabrica. Now, because we're looking at the latest, this means that most people aren't going to be using these fonts, which again means your books are going to be a little bit more unique. Now, if we look here, there's 2,095 pages full of fonts. If we scroll down, some of them look really good, some of them not so much. But if you spend an hour or two actually researching, finding fonts that you like, then you can make a lot better designs. Now, one other thing you can do if you want to filter down these fonts, like I said, we can sort by latest and or popularity. I always like latest. But when you're here, we can see all these different categories of fonts. We have black letter, color fonts, decorative, dingbats, display, sans serif, and all of the other ones. So you can filter and take a look through them. But again, this is reason number one why I love CreativeFabrica, just because the vast library of fonts that they have here on the platform. So again, that's reason number one. Reason number two is I can get all of my graphics. So, not only can I get all of my fonts for creating my books here on CreativeFabrica, but I can get all of my graphics as well. Now, if we take a look here, there's 3.7 million plus graphics. So, going through those 3.7 million, do you think that you could find some graphics for your books? Of course you can. Now, with the graphics here on the website, you want to be careful because there's a lot of people uploading graphics that they don't own the rights to. But it's relatively easy to filter out the spam, the not so honest people here on the platform and actually find the legit creators. Now, when you're here on graphics, we can get there by going to here in the left hand corner, just click on graphics, and then from here we can click on view all. Now again, when it comes to graphics, we can filter this a few different ways. We can look at popular and or latest, and again I like to use latest. So if we go here on the left hand side, we can change this to latest, and now it's going to pull up all of the different graphics which have recently been published on CreativeFabrica. This way you're going to find graphics that no one else has been using. Now, as we can see, some of these graphics aren't going to be suitable for a book, but again, it all comes down to research. But if you really want a niche specific graphic, then you could just easily use the search bar here on CreativeFabrica. Now, some of the categories they have is SVGs, backgrounds, templates, coloring pages, graphic templates, illustrations being the main one that you want to look at, so I would click on there. And now again, I can filter by latest to try and find all those latest graphics. If we just go back to there, do that as latest, we can see all of the great graphics. Now, let's just take a look to see what we can find. There's some really great graphics here, but if you just do it like this, it's going to take a while, look at that, to actually find them. Again, when it comes to graphics on CreativeFabrica, there's 3.7 million plus. So again, it's just going to come down to your research. Now, one thing I want to note really quick, and that is our 2-week Black Friday sale has started. It started yesterday, but it's still going on. And again, it's going on for 2 weeks. So if we just scroll down to here, yesterday, Tuesday the 16th, and we'll be going on for 2 weeks until Tuesday the 30th. If this is something that you're interested in and have been waiting for, then click that link down in the description below. Anyway, back to here. 3.7 million plus graphics. 421,000 pages, which is absolutely insane. But going through here, you're going to find some really great graphics, but again, it takes time. You need to do the research to actually find those graphics. And again, 3.7 million graphics. I don't think you realize how many that actually is. See, you could even use this, find graphics, create your books, and there's chance that other people have never even seen those graphics, again, because there's 3.7 million. Now, taking a look here, we can't see that very many good ones, but here we are, here's ones. We could take a look at this seller, because this is what I like to do. Once you find a seller that is Just give that a second to load up. Once you find a seller that you really like, you can follow them. You can follow the designer just here. Then you can use your own personal product feed. So if we go here to the top to my profile, right here, personal product feed. Once you've followed a designer, you get your own personal product feed. This is going to be all the products coming from all of the designers that you follow. Here's a few of the designers that I follow, and here's all the new releases from those designers, and I can actually go through and have my own personal product feed. That's what a lot of people don't really realize about CreativeFabrica, and that's one of the best tools that they actually have here on the platform. Now, one thing I do want to note as well, really quick, which I spoke upon, that there's a lot of people on here uploading graphics that they don't actually own. Now, to filter these out is relatively easy. Now, if we go to here, let's go to this shop right now. So let's just go on here for a second, because if you have a real illustrator, a designer, all of their graphics are going to be congruent. You can really tell the real legit designers from the people who are trying to make a quick buck. If we take a look here, this is Ambilustrate. I can't even say that word, but we can see, if we go down here, we can blatantly see that all these graphics are congruent and they are a legit designer. If they weren't a legit designer, all their graphics here would look completely different. It would all be mixed and matched, and it just would not look right. So please be aware of that. Try and find the legit designers here on the platform. Now, back to here, because I was just talking about that, making your own personal product feeds, and that's one of the best things that you can do when you find graphics or designers that you like here on the platform. But that's the second reason why I love CreativeFabrica, because I can get all of my graphics. Now, the third one being, I can also get all of my interiors. So the third reason that I love CreativeFabrica is because they have 27,000 interiors on the platform. Now, I can use these for my own book publishing business, or I could use it to get ideas. I could use it as a template and actually modify that, because if any of these interiors come with a PDF, let's take a look at this. They should be a PDF. Most interiors come as a PDF and a few other software source files. But if we take a look just here and scroll down, ready to upload, similar works file, blah, 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 please note, one PDF file. So you get the PDF file, which means with Canva's latest update, which has happened over the last couple of months, you can actually upload your PDF interiors directly into Canva and modify that way. Very simple stuff. Now, I did actually make a video on that as well. If you want to go through and watch that, I'll link that right now in the right hand corner so you can go through and watch, because it's a very simple process. But any PDF file we can now upload into Canva, which means we can make it more unique, which is very important. You should always be modifying your interiors if you get them ready-made here from CreativeFabrica. But again, look at this, 27,000 results. You can actually find some really great niches, which brings me on to my fourth reason why I love CreativeFabrica, and that is you can do all of your niche research here. Now, if we go back to, let's just get rid of this one and that one, and go back to the graphics right here, and that's actually printable illustrations. Let's go back to graphics and fonts. So you can't really do research with fonts, so I'm going to get rid of that. But just with the graphics alone, you can use this for CreativeFabrica, for KDP, and you can actually get some ideas for niche research. So what I like to do is just go through the first page, second page, third page, looking at graphics, see if anything stands out, and then I'll do a little bit of research on that niche. So right off the bat, we can see Christmas, gnomes, Merry Christmas, all niches. Santa or vintage Santa, another niche. If we keep scrolling through all of these, we can see Christmas mugs. Not sure Christmas mugs is a niche, but Christmas is a niche. We know that. If we keep scrolling through, you're just going to find lots of ideas for niche research. If we go on to the second page just here, just give that a second to load up, we can see floral. So floral's a niche. Again, we can use all of the graphics and also interiors to actually get ideas for niches. So this is just another reason why I love CreativeFabrica. Out of 27 results for interiors, you're going to find some really great niches. And with, if we scroll back up, what was it? 3.7 million results, I believe, or 3.7 million graphics. With that amount, again, you can actually do some really great niche research. Now, this brings me on to my fifth and final reason why I love CreativeFabrica, and that is it's fairly cheap. It's fairly cheap and affordable compared to other platforms. Now, with me, I actually have a CreativeFabrica subscription. Now, if you want to check out a subscription, there is a link for this down in the description. This link is always there, as they've given us access to this for just $1 a month for your first month, and then renews at $19. We've always got this link. This is what CreativeFabrica gave to us. So if you want to try out CreativeFabrica just for $1, click that link down in the description below. But my point being, everything here is very, very affordable. Now, let me just log out for a second so we can see just how cheap images and graphics and things are on the platform. There we go. So we can see they've actually got quite a few things on sale. 90% off, 80% off, 90% off. Now, one thing I do want to note really quick is with the membership, which I also pay for, you can download your interiors, your graphics at no extra cost, and you can download as many times as you want. But if you don't have that membership, you can just come in and buy things as is. Now, one thing I do want to say as well, this is an affiliate link, so if you do decide to purchase, I will make a small commission. But if we go back to here, we can see, so $1.99 for this. There's 90% off. This was $19.90. Right here, we can see this was $30, now $15. Look at this, 60 cents. So we can see it's fairly cheap, fairly affordable to get your interiors and your graphics and your fonts. So here we are for the graphics. We can see $1 for this, which is absolutely insane. We can see that this is really good quality, but they're only charging $1. So again, my fifth and final reason why I love CreativeFabrica is just that it's really affordable to get started. Now, one thing I always recommend when starting low content book publishing is starting completely for free. Then once you have some royalties coming in, you can reinvest that money into your business to buy graphics, tools, fonts, and everything that you need. That way, you never go out of pocket. Now, I just want to go over to the font section really quick, just so we can see how much the fonts are as well. You can get a font subscription for $19. I don't recommend that because that's all you can download then is fonts. But if we go here, we can see $5.60, $1. Look at that, $1 for a font, and a really good font at that. So again, everything here is really affordable, but if you have that membership, you can come in and download stuff at no extra cost. Because I have the membership, I could download this, and this. I could go through to the graphics, download as many as I want as well, because it's all part of that subscription. So that's the 5 reasons why I love CreativeFabrica. First one being I can get all my fonts. Second one being I can get all of my graphics. Third one being I can get all of my interiors. Fourth one being I can do all of my research for niches here on the platform as well. And then the fifth and final one being it's very, very affordable. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.